Okay, I'm going live to YouTube.
Oh, that's Patty Richmond on here.
Cool.
So do
Showed
we
up as her phone number, so I went to my phone to see who that might be. Good morning,
Hi,
Patty.
Patty.
I can't see her. Is she
Yeah,
showing up?
You can't see her and she doesn't have her sound on, but good morning,
Hi,
Patty.
Patty.
I can't see her. Is she showing up?
we mute?
You can't see her and she doesn't have her sound on, but
I unmute us when you're ready. And then we need to mute back. I unmute us when you're ready. And then we need to mute back. Two, one. Bingo.
Welcome, Laura and Connie.
Your face is very bright.
I know. Well, I can't.
Chair back. Still see that? Right? Your face is very bright.
We're getting feedback. Rick.
I know what that is. I'll get rid of that.
Still see that? Right?
Morning, Barbie.
Barbie.
Okay, I'm going to mute everyone.
Okie dokie.
Good morning. Welcome to Unity of Kanawha Valley. We'll begin our service this morning with the ringing of the bell and the lighting of the Christ candle. And now if you would like to repeat with me our opening statement, let's say that together as we become present in this room. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, God, the good, omnipotent. Now let's all take a deep breath as we become aware of this truth within our lives. And now if you would, please affirm it with me once more. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, God, the good, omnipotent. And so it is. Our songs this morning will be led by Ron Soul, accompanied by Ryan Kennedy and Jeff Hott. Take it away, guys.
Okay, we'll start off with Surely the Presence. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel his mighty power and his grace. I can hear the brush of angels' wings. I see glory on its face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel her mighty power and her grace. There's a holy hush around us. I see glory on its face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. And one of our favorites, Love Coming Trickling Down. Seek and ye shall find. Knock and the door shall be open. Ask and it shall be given, and the love come trickling down. Oh yes, the Lord is present. Oh yes, the Lord is present. Oh yes, the Lord is present, and the love come trickling down. Now seek and ye shall find. Knock and the door shall be opened. Ask and it shall be given, and the love come trickling down. Oh yes, the Lord is speaking. Oh yes, the Lord is speaking. Oh yes, the Lord is speaking, and the love come trickling down. Seek and ye shall find. Knock and the door shall be opened. Ask and it shall be given, and the love come trickling down. We are one in mind and spirit. We are one in mind and spirit. We are one in mind and spirit, and the love come trickling down. Seek and ye shall find. Knock and the door shall be open. Ask and it shall be given, and the love come trickling down. I see the Christ within you. I see the Christ within you. I see the Christ within you, and the love come trickling down. Seek and ye shall find. Knock and the door shall be opened. Ask and it shall be given, and the love come trickling down. Seek and ye shall find. Knock and the door shall be opened. Ask and it shall be given, and the love come trickling down.
Thank you, guys. That sounded great. Welcome to Unity of Kanawha Valley. We're so happy you're with us this morning. We hope that you are having a safe and blessed week and experience throughout this pandemic that we share together. Remember that we all are joined through our hearts with love, so you're not alone. Our announcements this morning, we have prayer chaplains available anytime you need them. The number is in the weekly email that Pam sends you if you need prayer. You will be getting a call once a month from one of the prayer chaplains, so that's very helpful. And we hope that you take advantage of this wonderful service that we offer. Another thing that I have kind of messed up on, we started a t-shirt sale way back before the pandemic hit. And we kind of put it on hold for a while, but I just learned from Pam this week that a number of people had already ordered and paid for their t-shirts. So I will be getting that order together soon. It's not too late if you'd like to order t-shirts. Just shoot me or Pam an email, let us know, or on Facebook message or whatever, and we'll get you in on the order. I think there's a link on the website to the order form and the colors and whatever. If you can't find the form, just tell her what you want or tell me what you want, and we'll make sure you get in on this order. And we'll try to get some sweatshirts and long sleeve shirts ordered for the fall with the Unity logo. So keep that in mind. And other than that, the Sojourners always need your help. I can't remember what the items they need this week are, but I know Pam said that Unity of Kanawha Valley needs large black trash bags. So if you have any extras hanging around your house that you want to get rid of, keep the church in mind. And thank you so much. And now Marianne will do, Marianne will do the meditation. I'm sorry.
Good morning.
Morning.
Let's begin to prepare for meditation. Get as comfortable as possible. You may wish to close your eyes to help center yourself as you enter into a greater awareness of God. Begin to follow your breath. Feel your chest gently rise and fall as you breathe in and out. The more you follow your breath, the more calm and serene you will feel. You are aware of the sacred space inside, which is divine life. You are blessed with the gift of life. In the stillness of your heart, you are in touch with your own divine nature, the source of life, which is eternal. You are also aware of vital energy flowing through your entire body, which gives you the power of faith, love, and the will to release and let go of any concerns to God. This vital energy is also flowing through the whole world, bathing all of life in the highest form of love and peace that just is. We are all beings of God's light. We radiate God's light to everyone and to everything. Divine order illuminates our path. We live in God, and God lives in us. We are one with our beloved, and all is well. And so it is. Amen.
The daily word for today is togetherness. I share God's love, peace, and joy. While I treasure my times of quiet and solitude, I also look forward to enjoying the company of family, friends, and members of my faith community. Whether we're working, volunteering, praying, or simply enjoying one another's company, our shared experiences allow me to support people I care about and feel supported in return. I enjoy and value togetherness throughout every season of my human journey. During times of trial, hardship, or grief, being in the company of friends and family helps comfort me and keep me strong. Likewise, during times of celebration, being in the company of others multiplies my joy. In times of togetherness, may the love, peace, comfort, and joy of God bless us all. The scripture is from Acts 2:44. All who believed were together and had all things in common.
Hi, everybody. Here's a new, this is a new song that was inspired by Einstein's quote about the most important decision that each of us have to make is whether this is a benevolent universe or a hostile universe. And once we make that decision, we see through that filter, and it colors everything about each of our worlds. So anyway, this is called Rise Up and Dance.
Thank you, Ron, Ryan, and Jeff. I love that song because I too love to dance. You know, whenever I'm asked to speak at Unity of Kanawha Valley, the very first thought that runs through my head is, what am I going to talk about? Because what I really, really, really would like to do is to sit down and tell you about my life before Unity, tell you how I discovered Unity principles, and then how I discovered Unity churches, and then how my life has been richer with more joy and love and prosperity and peace, all the things that make life worth living, that I have had more of that since learning and practicing Unity principles. Now, the problem with that is that if I sit here and tell you that whole story, we'd be here till this time next Sunday, but I've only got 20 minutes. So what I do when I'm asked to speak is I go within and I meditate and I pray and I ask for divine guidance. What should I talk about? And the idea will come to me in lots of different ways. Sometimes it has been, I've woken up the next morning and there's the thought. That was true when I spoke about the golden key. I woke up that morning and something said the golden key. So that's what I spoke about. But this time I have had several different things come to me, and they have come in different ways. The first thing I'd like to share with you, I found an interview on Unity Radio Online. This interview was conducted by Diane Ray, and she was interviewing Dr. Francois Clemens. Now, you may not know Dr. Clemens by name, but I bet you know his face. You see, Francois Clemens is the African-American actor who had the first recurring role in children's TV. Yes, Dr. Francois Clemens portrayed the mailman on Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. So I bet you've all seen that picture of Dr. Clemens sitting with his feet in a wading pool and Fred Rogers having his feet in that same pool. Very powerful image. But the part of the interview that really struck me was this. He said, "You are the only one like you in the world." Now let that sink in a little bit. You are the only one like you in the world. And what does that tell us? Tell us that we are all unique human beings, and we all have a gift to share with the world, and we're the only ones who can share that gift. Now, the second thing that came to me, this came to me in an email. The Unity Church that I attended when I lived in Florida was Unity of Delray Beach, and their minister at that time was Reverend Nancy Norman. She has since retired, but she puts out 2 videos. They're just short, about 5 minutes, and she does this twice a week on Wednesdays and Sundays. I can go to my email and there will be a message from Reverend Norman. And this week she was talking about the 4 agreements. And I know most of you know this book by Don Miguel Ruiz. And she spoke specifically about the agreement that says, be impeccable with your word. Now, I think that most of us, when we think about being impeccable with our word, we think that means to let our yes mean yes, let our no mean no, do what you say you're going to do. But Reverend Norman asked us to expand that a little bit. And she asked us to be impeccable with the words we tell ourselves. I had an experience with that just this morning. and I was going through Facebook, and Megan Lyon was kind enough to talk about Barbie's message from last week. And she said, and this week will be the fabulous Janet Prince. And my first initial thought was, oh no, don't call me fabulous. People will expect too much of me. So even though I had been working with this, be impeccable with my word, that was my first thought about myself. Don't tell people I'm fabulous, because then I have to be fabulous. Well, if I'm going to be impeccable with my words about myself, guess what? I am fabulous. So thank you, Megan, for reminding me of that. So you are the only one like you in the world, and be impeccable with the words you say to yourself. Then the third thing that came to me in a song. Now, anyone who knows me knows I love music. I listen to music every morning when I'm getting ready for my day. And I listen to a variety of music. Although Sunday is Josh Groban Day and Monday is Karen Drucker Day, I do listen to a variety of music the rest of the week. But on my car radio, I have the ability to program in 25 different stations. So I shell out the 20-some bucks a month to Sirius XM so that I can have 25 different stations to listen to. And I go back and forth between them. Well, as I was coming home from Kroger with my groceries in the back, I happened upon the station called Coffee House. And this station plays acoustic music. And they started playing a song by Casey Musgrave called Follow Your Arrow. I had never heard this song before, but I pulled into my driveway, and this song was striking such a chord with me that even though it was a 90-degree day and my groceries were in the back, including ice cream, I sat there and I listened to that entire song. Now, I would love to share the lyrics of that song with you, but I don't think they're quite appropriate for Sunday morning. So I'm just going to summarize what this song had to say. And basically what Casey was saying is that people are going to judge you. If you go to church, they're going to judge you as being self-righteous. If you don't go to church, they're going to judge you for being a sinner. If you're too fat, they're going to judge you. If you're too thin, they're going to judge you. So you might as well follow your arrow. So some of the lyrics that I will share with you, she says, say what you feel, love what you love, because you just get so many trips around the sun. Can't win for losing, you just disappoint them. Just because you can't beat them doesn't mean you should join them. So follow your arrow wherever it points. Yeah, follow your arrow wherever it points. So you are the only one like you in the world. You have a gift to share. Be impeccable with the words you say to yourself so you feel more comfortable sharing that gift. And then follow that arrow, that gift, wherever it leads you. And then the other thing that came to me, now this came to me, it's a YouTube video, but it popped up in my Facebook feed. And I don't always look at those. And this one was from Dr. Beatrice Berry. I had never heard of her before, not read any of her books, but she's a sociologist. And the gist of her message was, when you work with purpose, you collide with destiny. When you find destiny, you find peace. Wow. So if I'm the only one like me in the world with a gift to share, and I have to build up this gift by saying positive words to myself, then I am following my arrow, and that means I'm working with purpose, I'm colliding with destiny, and then I'm finding peace. So that leads us to the question of A, what is my arrow? And B, how do I follow it? Well, I don't know about you, but for the first 30-something years of my life, I was not following my arrow. I was following all the other arrows that I was supposed to follow. Having grown up in a very strict cult-like religion I was told, this is good, this is bad, you're a sinful human, but you got to try to live this perfect law. And if you don't, then you're doomed. But you got to keep doing what we say, and I kept trying to fit into that little cookie cutter personality that they laid out for me, that my family expected me to do. And it just got to the point where I thought, I am so wound up that if something doesn't happen, I'm just going to explode someday. And thankfully, I discovered a book, Louise Hay, You Can Heal Your Life. Now, this book is available in the UKV bookstore. I'm sure you can also get it online. But for me, this was a godsend because I couldn't go venture out to another church because I'd been taught all my life, there's only one true religion. If you go outside of that, you're doomed, you're evil. You can't go to college because they're going to teach you evil things and da, 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 da. But what this book did for me was it helped me to look within. And this was a very scary process for me because I thought, what if I have killed everything that was ever in there? What if I look within and there's nothing there? But I did the exercises in the book. And it really helped me to see that I am the only one like me in the world. I do have a gift to share. I do have an arrow. And I need to follow it so that I can find peace. I think some of us, when we think about our arrow, we think that we must have some grand mission to accomplish. And maybe you do, and that's wonderful. But what if your arrow is something like, I need to smile at everyone I see? What if that's your arrow, your gift to give? On the surface, you may say, well, that's nothing. Anybody can smile at everybody. Yeah, but not everybody does. Not everybody smiles with their eyes, let the whole being smile. See, I once saw an interview with a man who had jumped off the Golden Gate Bridge. And he said, if one person had reached out to him that day, if on his walk to the bridge, if one person had smiled at him, he would not have jumped. So just sharing your smile may sound like a very small thing, but it was the difference in life and death. It could be the difference in life and death for someone. So don't ever take your gift and say, oh, this is too small. Sit in the silence. Ask for divine guidance. Ask, what is my gift? And then share it. Follow that arrow wherever you go. When I heard the hymn that Ron had chosen this morning, I'm like, oh my, I was thinking of that song as I was preparing this lesson. Because it says, seek and ye shall find, ask and the door shall be open. So if you're unsure what your arrow is, what your gift is, just go into the silence, ask for divine guidance, and then be willing to follow that arrow. I believe that your arrows change over time. I believe we have more than one arrow. I've never really seen an archer that just had one arrow in his quiver. So perhaps you're at a space in your life where you're a new mother or a new parent. And maybe that's your arrow right now, to be the best parent you can be. But as your children grow and mature and leave the nest, well, now it's time to discover, what's my next arrow? For we always, as long as we are on this earth breathing, we have a gift to give. We are the only one like us in the world. Another thing that Francois Clemens said in his interview on Unity, on Unity Online Radio, was that when he first got the script that said he was going to put his feet in the same wading pool as Fred Rogers, that he was very angry about that. It was 1969, there was still social unrest. He thought they needed to do something bigger. But Fred Rogers took him aside and said, there are many ways to challenge. And think about that picture and how here it is 51 years later, and it is still being used to reach out to people. So it doesn't matter how small you think your gift is, it needs to be shared. But sometimes we can break our arrow by not being impeccable with our words, by not being impeccable with the words we say to ourselves. Now, I had it brought home to me this morning, as I just told you, about how, oh, no, I'm not fabulous. But I have a tool that I use to help me remember that I am the only one like me in the world. And what it is my baby picture. I carry that in my wallet so that every time I take out my Kroger card or my debit card, I see that I'm the only one like me in the world, and I am pretty fabulous. And so are each and every one of you. So that's a little tool to help you remember what your arrow is and to help you remember, don't you be saying bad words about this little baby. You treat that baby with love, because as you do, you get more arrows in your quiver, more gifts to share with the world. Something that I like to do when I go into this time of meditation and find out what my arrow is, I ask the question, what is mine to do? So as I see these things happening in the world, and I feel overwhelmed by the anger that I see and the hurt that I see, and I feel so insignificant, I simply ask that question, what is mine to do? And the answer that came back to me when all this started happening is that I need to get out and register people to vote. So this is my goal. This is what I can do about this situation. But here's the thing about arrows. They don't have any effect until you let them go, until you release them. So you have your arrow and you put it in your bow and you pull it back. And it's only when you let go that it accomplishes what is its task. So that's what we have to do. After we sit in the silence and we ask what is ours to do, we do have to follow up with where Spirit leads us. We have to let go of that and allow Spirit to help us with the courage we need to do it, or whatever we need to accomplish our task. So I am here to tell you that you are the only one like you in the entire world. You have a gift to share, and it's unique to you. So speak kind words to yourself, build yourself up. Figure out what your arrow is. Follow that arrow wherever it leads. Because when you work with purpose, you collide with destiny. And when you collide with destiny, you find peace. So to close, we're going to do a musical meditation. This is a Karen Drucker song. And I want you just to get in a relaxed state and think about what your gift might be and how you can release that out into the world. So, Rich?
Let go of the shore and let the water carry you. Let go of the shore, float into the mystery. Let go of the shore and let the water carry you. Let go of the shore, float into the mystery. You have all you need, it's all inside of you. Just close your eyes and breathe and know that you are safe. Let go of the shore and let the water carry you. Let go of the shore, float into the mystery. Let go of the shore and let the water carry you. Let go of the shore, float into the mystery. No need to make a plan, your heart will be your compass. Lift your sails in faith and trust that you will arrive. Let go of the shore and let the water carry you. Let go of the shore, float into the mystery. Let go of the shore and let the water carry you. Let go of the shore, float into the mystery. Let go of the shore, float into the mystery. Let go of the shore, float into the mystery. Let go of the shore, float into the mystery. Float into the mystery. Float into the mystery. Let go. Float. Float. Let go. Float. Let go. Float.
Thank you, Janet. What an inspirational talk. Thank you so much. I know that came from your heart, and we truly appreciate it. And now, as we prepare for our gifts and tithes of tithes and offerings, let us repeat together our offering blessing. Divine love, moving in and through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I give in love, I trust God, and I am grateful. Amen.
It's got to come from the heart if you want it to work. My daddy told me when I was a young boy, a lesson he learned a long time ago. If you want to have something to hold on to, you're gonna have to learn to let go. You gotta sing like you don't need the money, love, like you'll never get hurt. You gotta dance, dance, dance like nobody's watching. It's gotta come from the heart if you want it to work. Now here is the one thing I keep forgetting. When everything is falling apart in life as in love, you have to remember there's such a thing as trying too hard. You gotta sing like you don't need the money, love, like you never get hurt. You gotta dance, dance, dance like nobody's watching. It's gotta come from the heart if you want it to work. You gotta sing like you don't need the money, love, like you'll never get hurt. You gotta dance, dance, dance like nobody is watching. It's gotta come from the heart if you want it to work. It's gotta come from the heart if you want it to work. It's gotta come from the heart if you want it to work.
Thank you, Ron, Jack, Ron, Ryan, and Jeff. Appreciate that so much. It does have to come from the heart. Now let's take just a moment to bless our offering. Mother, Father, God, we thank you from our hearts for these gifts that are so freely given from the giver. We thank you for the work of this church as we go out into the community and share our talents, our treasures with those that are in need. We thank you for this time that we have of togetherness, the love that we share, the bond that we have. And we know that we will all be together again soon. For that is our prayer. And we thank you. Amen. And now we have a very special birthday today. Someone we all know and love, Miss Ruth Davis, has a birthday today. So let's sing happy birthday to Ruth. And is there anyone else that has a birthday today? You can send it in the chat box and we'll sing happy birthday to them. If not, we'll sing happy birthday, Rich. Thank you, Frank. That was beautiful. Happy birthday, Ruth. And now, if you will, please say our closing statement with me. The light of God surrounds you. The love of God enfolds you. The power of God protects you. And the presence of God watches over you. Wherever you are, God is, and all is well. And now for our peace song. Rich, are we going to our peace song?
Peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Sorry, now let's do our closing, our prayer for protection. Sorry, I got that out of order. I'm so mixed up not being there at the church, and I miss you guys so much. But let's do our prayer for protection together. So the light of God
surrounds us.
The
The
love
love of God enfolds us.
the
The power of God protects us. And the presence
of God
God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
Thank you so much. So nice to see everyone this morning.
You can stay and visit a minute if you'd like.
Janet, that was fabulous.
Yeah, Janet. Oh, there you are. Yes, it was. It was wonderful.
Really good, Janet.
Thank you. Thank you.
I was right, Janet. You are fabulous.
I tell you, it was really a wake-up call for me, because my first reaction was, how can she say that? Even though I had been working on being impeccable with my words. So I'm like, okay.
It was exactly what you needed to hear.
Exactly.
And you know
Thank
that
you,
your
Megan.
Drucker song, How Can Anyone Ever Tell You? That's one of your favorite songs.
I know.
You need to listen to that, Janet. She's talking to you.
She is.
All of us.
Yes, so, anyway.
Hey, Sharon Mullins.
Hi, Sharon.
You're muted, so
You're
we can't hear
muted.
you. Can you unmute yourself?
Can't hear you.
Sharon. At least we can see her.
We can see her. She's here.
I tried to unmute her, but
There she
There
is.
she is. Now.
Sharon, good to see you.
Hi, Sharon.
Hi.
Is this your first time on the Zoom?
No, I'm usually here.
She's usually behind the scenes.
Gotcha.
hiding out.
Yeah.
You look wonderful.
Oh gosh, it's so good. Just like you said, it's so good to see everybody's face.
Yes.
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 And it helps as a speaker to see a few faces, right, Janet?
Yes, I definitely had it on gallery view.
Did that out last week.
Well, I mean, it's so hard because when you're in person, you can hear if people are laughing at the funny parts or not. And on this, you can't hear, but at least I can see some smiles.
Right.
Thank you, Marianne. I saw yours. Yeah, thank you.
Hi, Megan.
Hi,
How are you?
guys. I miss you guys so much, but it's so
Oh.
great to be able to at least be in your energy here during this Zoom.
Yeah.
Such a gift.
Yeah.
Okay.